Good morning, welcome to Forexample Trading. It's Wednesday the 10th of October. It's just gone 8 a.m. UK time, that's 7 a.m. GMT for the purposes of the calendar that I use. Yesterday was starting to look a bit more usable in terms of trends, certainly towards the end of the day. The US dollar has really started to weaken now, which we expected, and that allows for a multitude of trades actually against the US dollar. So always leading with the Dixie, having a look at what that's doing, and then we've got opportunities even on gold to follow that on its way up once the US dollar starts to weaken. So without further ado, I'm going to just crack on and go through what we're looking at. Again, starting with the currency strength meter, and we can see here very clearly the pound very strong starting this morning. That's how it ended yesterday as well, and the Australian dollar as well. Now, I have got trades that ran over from yesterday, buys on the Australian US dollar and the Kiwi US dollar as well, and they're doing very well. I'll just show you them here. So this is where I entered the trade on the Aussie US dollar. It's right up here now. So once this dips back, I'll add to it, and I still expect it to go up to here, no problem. If we look on a daily chart, we can see that's definitely where it's going up, just moving up through this channel again. And it's the same story with the Kiwi US dollar. This is just dipping back at the moment, but I expect this to take off again as well. And again, I haven't got the mark on this, but I place this around this point here. So doing very well also. And if we look on a daily chart, it's pretty much the same. They're very well correlated, the Aussie and Kiwi dollars. So we can generally trade them in the same direction, and certainly in this channel here that we're looking at. Good for long-term trades. Put a small lot size and just leave it running, and that will make you good profit without you having to do much at all. The Dixie, we can see here on the 4-hour chart, has dipped away from this point here, which if you remember yesterday, I was talking about it breaking this line and pushing up to here. It didn't quite push up to here, but now has dropped back, and it looks like it's going to break below this trend line again. It's just doing that now. So there'll be another big drop, and that will mean that gold will go up, all right, and this is likely to go very high. I don't generally give signals on gold because it can be very risky, but certainly the opportunity at the moment, once it breaks this trend line, is very good indeed. And then I'll just be looking at the other USD pairings, the USD JPY, which is looking set for another drop down to here. It hasn't quite developed yet, but you can see it's broken this trend line. We can see it more clearly on the 1-hour chart. There we go. So it's broken through there. So I'm expecting this to drop away again, but just being patient for it to sort of push past this point here, and then we can enter a trade on that. It's the same story with the USD CHF. In fact, this did break slightly, but now it's going back up. And if we use the currency strength meter, we can see Swiss franc actually very weak at the moment. That should turn around as the European markets open. I imagine it will stay around this level until it drops away. That's on a 15-minute chart, but if we look at it on 4 hours, it's got a long way to drop, so expect it to drop at least to this predicted point here, indicated by my green line. The pound, which is by far the strongest currency, well, if it breaks through this line, it will carry on going up to here, but I think it will probably turn at this point. We'll see the US dollar gain a bit back down to somewhere like here. But again, very easy to follow once you've got these trend lines that you can trust, and that's what it's all about really, is the price action. You know, where are you going to enter and exit those trades? That's what it's all about. And if you're just patient enough for it to reach these points, once you know how to set up your trend lines, which we will of course help you with, then you know, trading becomes a lot easier, a lot less stressful, and you can use much longer time frames. You don't have to sit here watching your trades then. And it just becomes a much less stressful operation. So Euro US dollar just starting to turn a bit, but again, expect this euro to carry on lifting. There's loads of opportunities. Euro JPY probably is going to drop away from this point. We can see that the euro is fairly weak. The yen sitting just slightly stronger. But again, this flag that's forming here on 1 hour indicates to me that this is going to drop down, and we'll just see whether it breaks this trend line. So good opportunities there. The Euro GBP has gone to some extreme levels here. If we look at it on a daily chart, this is really pushing on, and it is getting to an area where it's likely to turn. So this is another one worth keeping an eye on. If the pound just eases up a bit, we can take this on its way back up. So there's plenty of opportunities as we hit midweek. to go at, and we'll be discussing those in the trading arena as the day progresses and capitalising on the opportunities that are best. We discuss these opportunities, we throw in the ideas from beginners to experts, a lot of experience in there, and that really helps us all to whittle down the best opportunities at that particular time and capitalise on them. So if you do want to join us, there's still space in there. As I always say, I'm being very selective about who joins, but happy to have a conversation with you. It's still £249 for 3 months, and that will get you the dedicated signals channel, the exclusive trading arena, 2 Forex courses, 2 full Forex courses, and one-on-one support from myself. So if you do want to make this work, then this is the place to do it, and we can really help you to do that. But you do need to be committed and realistic about what your expectations are. You know what you expect to achieve and how you're going to achieve that. And of course, I will help you with that. If you do want a broker, we have a regulated broker available, which I use myself, IC Markets. The links are in the description. If you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, then do so via the subscribe button as well, and you'll get regular updates. Nice to see you again, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Thanks a lot.